The Ghana Bar Association respectfully requests that this directive be withdrawn and the use of technology in the assignment of cases to the courts and hand. So pretty much it's captured almost all the angles. Of course, there were other issues that they raised, Galamsey and Boku and Ablekuma North, the fact that there's no MP. But I think that what is at the eye of the storm is a suspension of the CJ and the acting CJ's directive that before you file any case, let me know. And I will decide which judges sit on what cases. And they say they have a problem with that. So what I find interesting, though, that the same GBA just recently, before the bar conference, issued a statement and they said everything that was happening was in line with, the 1992 Constitution, except that, people's rights and things should be protected under 296. Now, the same Ghana Bar Association goes for a conference and there's a resolution which is totally opposite the statements that he had issued. So then I ask, why didn't you wait for this bar conference? In fact, the last time they had a bar conference was in 2002. This mid-year bar conference apparently doesn't happen. It's just once in a while, depending on how they feel and what they think. Then they would do a mid-year bar conference. And so there were even some of the lawyers who were saying that they had no idea there was a bar conference coming up. They had no prior notice. And the mid-year bar conference is not something that they even take seriously. Because usually when they go, no serious matters are raised. And that is why for the past 3 years, there hasn't been a mid-year bar conference. Now there's a mid-year bar conference. 47 people out of our 5,000 lawyers have sat somewhere, and they have used the Ghana Bar Association's letterhead. I'm told legally there's nothing wrong with that. Even if it's 2 people, they are once they were at the conference and a decision has been taken. But it mustn't just be about the law. How about the optics of it? Anyway, I don't know, Kwesi, your take on this matter.
Well, first of all, you can test the quality of every decision. Every decision.
Yes.
Its quality can be tested.
Yes.
Now, one of the ways of testing the quality of decisions in some organizations is to see whether or not there's a quorum. And from my experience, throughout my life, the least quorum that one usually encounters is a quorum of 1/3 of membership. That's the least. Some have the threshold of 2/3 and so on. I don't know what the quorum is. What is quorate in the Ghana Bar Association?
So the spokesperson for the Ghana Bar Association was spoken to, and his views were sort of the same matter. It's a very important matter you're raising.
Yes.
His reason and his explanation and his defense was that the 200 people who converged at Labadi Beach Hotel, that 200 number was enough to form a quorum.
No problem.
Yes.
No problem.
Yeah.
I'm saying that is one
okay.
of the ways of testing the quality of decision.
Fair point.
But the other ways of testing the quality,
yeah,
of decisions which are made by meetings. Now, we are being told that the Ghana Bar Association has a membership of about 5,000.
Yes. Yes. Fact.
They called the meeting, 200 people showed up.
Yes.
By the end of the meeting, only 52 people were left in the
Yes, because it was threatening to rain. A lot of them left.
Fantastic. That itself is another quality test.
Yes.
If the 200 members who went there felt that life and death issues were being discussed, they would have remained.
Yes.
The fact that of the 200 people that met there, more than 2/3 left the meeting before it ended is itself another quality statement.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Now, what is significant is that of the 52 people who were left in the room, out of 5,000,
yes,
7 abstained.
Yes.
And only 45
yes.
took this decision.
Yes.
That's about the quality of the decision which was taken. But we can do a lot more. Now, the Ghana Bar Association, within a space of 1 week, has taken 3 positions. And it is shocking that lawyers do this to themselves. I recall the first statement which said that, look, as far as the Ghana Bar Association is concerned, their primary objective is to ensure that Article 146 and its provisions are respected in this matter. and actually advised that there should be no public commentary.
Yes.
No public commentary, and that the matter should be dealt with as prescribed by Article 146.
Yeah.
This is the same Ghana Bar Association. Subsequently, the PRO of the Ghana Bar Association, who is also a lawyer,
Savior,
actually came up and said lawyers should know that when matters are before the court, they are stopped from making comments on it.
it's sub judice.
Yes, and that lawyers should not speak on the merits of this matter.
Yeah.
And I want to believe that the PRO spoke for the Ghana Bar Association. Okay. Then the Ghana Bar Association apparently comes up with this decision asking the president to rescind the decision or the warrant suspending the Chief Justice. And I thought, wow, what has happened? Then, in 1 or 2 days' time, the same Ghana Bar Association comes up and says that the proceedings should be televised. What is happening? Ghana Bar Association. What is happening? Now, there's something which is also very significant. And in the bar, seniority is most important. You know that. They claim that.
Yeah.
And so
And they call them senior. Yeah.
Seniority is quite important. Look at the number of senior practitioners who have come up to disagree with this so-called resolution. Interesting. I mean, you can list them. I mean, every day somebody is coming out and saying, look, this is neither here nor there, and that the statement is wrong, and so on. Every day, the list is like that. You understand? I think this also speaks to the quality of the decision which was taken at the mid-year review, and so on. Now, for me,
You left out one metric.
which is
The Attorney General officially is the leader of the bar. He has no knowledge about this meeting, and he does not endorse this. In fact, he says it is unconstitutional and lawless, an act of lawlessness. Typically, when these things are taken, the leader of the bar has an input before finally the resolution is passed and the communique issued.
well, but I won't go there.
Okay.
Given the fact that there's history of the Ghana Bar Association disagreeing with Attorney General.
Right, that's fine.
And so
That's
there's
fine.
a history.
That's fine.
And in fact, their positions were not invalidated.
That's fine.
On account of that disagreement.
That's fine.
So I would not
Fair
go there.
point.
There's a long history.
Fair point.
You understand?
Fair point.
But you see, this is the Ghana Bar Association, who should be upholding the tenets of law. That's what they should be upholding.
Yes. Fundamentally.
And it seems to me that they are now saying that, look, when it comes to the Chief Justice, don't follow the law, don't follow the Constitution. That's what they're telling us. And that's very strange. And they say, don't follow the law because it is the Chief Justice. I thought that the principle of equality before the law is a long-established principle. And I least expected that it would take the Ghana Bar Association to trample on that principle, to dance on that principle. It's just incredible. You understand?
I'm going to say this is the Chief Justice.
So what?
She leads one arm of the government.
The president.
It's a big
The
deal.
president can be impeached. Are you telling me that the president who is elected on the basis of universal adult suffrage is inferior to that of the Chief Justice?
Not at all.
So if the president can be impeached, what about the Chief Justice? The Speaker of Parliament can be impeached. So what are they telling us? That because of the Chief Justice? In any case, so far, this process has not pronounced the Chief Justice guilty or innocent. And it is possible that this process may come up, may have an outcome which says that the Chief Justice should stay in office. It is possible.
Yeah.
If you're weighing possibilities and so on. Now, you see, I want to understand the Constitution. And I want to understand the Constitution in terms of what it provides by letter and what it provides by spirit. The Constitution is made up of two elements. You
Yeah.
can look at it as the spirit of the Constitution and the letter of the Constitution.
Yeah.
And see, I have come to the conclusion that the framers of the Constitution were very, very careful and very cautious. Because the framers of the Constitution anticipated a situation where a Chief Justice may go before the committee, the 5-member committee, which Article 146, prescribes. And that at the end of the process, the committee may come up with a verdict which says that the Chief Justice is innocent and should return to office. And because the framers of the Constitution did not want a Chief Justice to suffer reputational damage as a result of the publication of possibly frivolous allegations and so on, they insisted that those allegations should be held in secret, in confidence.
Yeah.
It is a provision which is meant to safeguard the reputation of the Chief Justice.
Yeah.
It's not a provision which is meant to do harm to the Chief Justice, but to safeguard his or her reputation so that she can continue in office if the committee finds her innocent. Now you have a Ghana Bar Association who says that to hell with the Constitution. Publish everything, including the petitions and her response, and even the decision of the Council of State. Incredible! What kind of bar association is this? I can't believe it. Ghana Bar Association. This is the level the Ghana Bar Association has reached.
We see there are 45 people.
But they have issued the name, they have issued this resolution or whatever.
Yes, I'm saying we should be careful not to create an impression that the 5,000 members of the association.
So the 4,000 and so who were not there should be challenging this decision.
Yes.
They should be calling for a meeting to reverse this decision. This useless decision. What is this? You understand? And you follow Article 146. Everything the president has done is according to Article 146. Everything. I said, set Article 146 aside. Let's have an open trial. Publish the petitions. Publish the decision of the Council of State so that we can discuss it in public even as the matter is in court. All of those young men who were given prison sentences for contempt of court, we should be apologizing to them today. Because even the Ghana Bar Association says that when a matter is before court, you can comment on it. You can make prejudicial statements which actually predict the outcome of the case and so on. What a bar association. What kind of bar association is this?